welcome you all to BioSchool. This is Dr. Gayatri. Hope you all are doing good. In previous video, we have discussed about light reaction of photosynthesis. Today, I will explain you about the dark reaction in 3 simple steps. So guys, please stay tuned till the end of video. So let's know in details about the dark reaction. It is called as the dark reaction, but the word is not appropriate. We can tell it as the light independent reaction because the dark reaction it can occur both in the presence as well as in the absence of sunlight. So where the dark reaction takes place? The dark reaction it takes place in the stroma of the chloroplast. Okay, and the dark reaction it uses the energy that are produced as the end product of light reaction, that are ATP and NADPH molecule. Okay, and the dark reaction process it is actually used for the synthesis of carbohydrate. So we can call the dark reaction as an anabolic process as it utilizes the smallest molecule for the synthesis of carbohydrate and by the use of energy. The dark reaction or the light independent process is also known as the Calvin cycle. Why it is known as the Calvin cycle? It is named after the American chemist Melvin Calvin who discovered this cycle. And the plants that are having the Calvin cycle are known as the C3 plant. For the 3 carbon compound, that is the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, the reaction produces. Then the lollipop experiment. This experiment was used by the Melvin Calvin and Andrew Benson. This and information what he got from this experiment was used to propose the sequence of events that is known as the Calvin cycle. So why it is named as the lollipop experiment? Because the apparatus which was utilized that resembles the upside down lollipop. For this experiment, they have taken a apparatus which is known as the lollipop apparatus that contains the green algae chlorella, and to that apparatus they added the radioactive carbon 14. Then light was shown to the apparatus for photosynthesis. After the period of the time, the algae is killed by alcohol, and the dead algal samples are analyzed by chromatography, and radioactive carbon compound on the chromatograms were identified using the autoradiography. Okay, and what the information they got from that experiment that is used to propose the sequence of event, and that sequence of event is known as the Calvin cycle or light independent reaction. So let's see the sequence of Calvin cycle. The Calvin cycle it takes place through 3 simple steps. The first one is the carbon fixation. During this process, the carbon dioxide which is taken by the plant from the environment is fixed into the organic molecule. The second step is known as the carbon reduction step. Do you know the reduction is the process of loss of oxygen, or it is the gain of hydrogen or the electron. And the third step is the RUBP regeneration. RUBP is the ribulose 1,5-bisphosphate. It is the product of the Calvin cycle that is regenerated at the end of the cycle. So now we will see the each step. So the first one is the carbon fixation. So the carbon dioxide is taken by the plant that combines with a 5-carbon compound. Okay, the 5-carbon compound is known as the ribulose bisphosphate. Okay, so this ribulose bisphosphate it will first combine with the carbon dioxide, and the carbon dioxide it is taken by the plant. So by combining with the carbon dioxide, it produces a 6-carbon compound. Okay, this 6-carbon compound it is unstable. So it breaks down into 2 3-carbon compounds. Okay, and that 2 3-carbon compounds are known as the 3-phosphoglycerate. And this reaction it is catalyzed by the enzyme. That enzyme is known as the Rubisco, that is the ribulose bisphosphate carboxylase. Okay, ribulose bisphosphate carboxylase, and this enzyme is the most abundant enzyme on the earth. So here you see For this process, the 3 molecules of ribulose bisphosphate is combined with the 3 molecules of the carbon dioxide. Okay, because as this reaction leads to the final product, that is the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. So for the formation of the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, 3 rounds of Kelvin cycle is required, and for each round 1 molecule of ribulose bisphosphate and 1 molecule of carbon dioxide is required. So that's why the 3 molecule of ribulose bisphosphate and 3 molecules of the carbon dioxide have taken. Okay, so this is all about the carbon fixation. So next step is the carbon reduction. So in the carbon fixation step, the product, it has the 6 molecules of 3-phosphoglycerate. In this case, this 3-phosphoglycerate molecule, it used the 6 ATP molecule to form an isomer that is known as the 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate. Okay, and this ATP which is used here, it is produced in the light reaction. Okay, as it is the 6 molecule of 3-phosphoglycerate is converted into 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate. So for the each molecule 1 ATP is used. So for the 6 molecule, 6 ATPs are used. Okay, then in the next step, what happens? The 1,3-bisphosphoglycerate, it is reduced to glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Okay, so here the 6 NADPs are used. Okay, and here the electron, it is lost, so that is called as the reduction step. Then the last step is regeneration of ribulose bisphosphate. So how the ribulose bisphosphate is generated? Okay, so now we'll see, like the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. Okay, the 6 molecule of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate are produced, out of which 1 molecule of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, it is used for the formation of sugar molecule, and the rest 5 molecules of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, it is used for the regeneration of ribulose bisphosphate. Okay, RUBP, and for this process it utilizes the 3 molecules of ATP molecule. Okay, so this is all about the Kelvin cycle. Now we'll see the energetics of Kelvin cycle. So as we have discussed that the 3 turns of Kelvin cycles are needed to make 1 glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate molecule. As we have discussed that the 3 turns of the Kelvin cycle are needed to make 1 glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate molecule. Okay, and a G3P molecule, it contains the 3 fixed carbon atom. So it obviously take the 2 G3Ps to build a 6 carbon molecule, that is called as the glucose. So now we'll see in 3 turns of the Kelvin cycle how many ATP and NADPH are used. In the carboxylation step, the first step, 3 carbon dioxides are used. Then in the reduction step, it utilizes the 6 ATP for phosphorylation and 6 NADPH are used for the process of the reduction. In the regeneration step, the 3 ATP molecules are required to regenerate the RUBP. Okay, the number of the ATP and NADPH are used for the 3 turn of the Kelvin cycle, or that is for the synthesis of 1 molecule of G3P. But for the synthesis of 1 molecule of the glucose molecules, how many numbers of ATP and NADPH should be used? That should be multiplied by 2. Okay, so the requirement for the generation of 1 glucose molecule, it required the how many carbon dioxide? 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, and ATP in the 3 turns 9 ATPs are used. So for the 6 turns, 9 multiplied by the 2, that is 18 molecules of ATP, and NADPH That is, the 6 NADPS are used for the 3 turns of the Kelvin cycle. For the 6 turns, it should be multiplied by the 2, that is the 12th molecule. So the 6 turns of the Kelvin cycle are needed to make one glucose molecule, where 6 molecules of carbon dioxide, 18 molecules of ATP and 12 molecules of NADPS are used. This is very important. You should remember the energetics of Kelvin cycle. So let's see the previous year question. During the photosynthetic carbon reduction cycle in green leaves, net production of one molecule of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate requires one of the following combination of energy equivalent. So the Kelvin cycle is also known as the carbon reduction cycle. Here it asks about the net production of one molecule of glyceraldehyde. It is asking about for the glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate. So it asks about for the production of one molecule of glyceraldehyde 3-phosphate, which of the following combination of energy equivalents are required. Okay, so it required the 6 NADPS for the reduction process and the 6 ATP for the reduction process and the 3 ATP for the regeneration process. So total 9 ATPs. Okay, so the correct answer is 6 NADPS and 9 ATP. Hope you like this video. If you find this video useful, then please do like, share and subscribe. Bye bye. See you in my next video. Stay tuned. Be happy.